Bom dia. Vamos iniciar a nossa última sessão da Semana de Tecnologias de Informação e Multimédia 2016. Portanto, em nome da Universidade de Cabo Verde, gostaria de agradecer a presença de todos nesta mais uma sessão. Hoje temos como nosso convidado o professor Bob Barbosa. Bob Barbosa é um cientista, educador e também um jornalista. Também é fundador da Superescola de Califórnia e o programa de ensino à distância Cabo Verde Tense Highland e Adventures, Occupy Mars Learning Adventures. Esta sessão, cujo tema é os avanços no campo da robótica e as novas gerações de robôs, tem por objetivo desenvolver interesse pela robótica em Cabo Verde, especialmente a Universidade de Cabo Verde e as universidades e escolas no país, fazendo assim crescer, portanto, a comunidade robótica e a ciência. As TICs hoje se encontram integradas em todas as atividades, setores de atividades, educação, saúde, energia, entre outras. Os robôs não é uma exceção. Atualmente estão se tornando parte integrante na economia global. Durante décadas, as indústrias têm vindo a utilizar máquinas totalmente, ou digamos assim, semi-automatizadas para, portanto, reduzir os custos do trabalho. Diariamente, novos relatórios, novas histórias na área de robótica que têm o potencial, portanto, são publicadas com o objetivo de potenciar, portanto, e criar, portanto, novo dinamismo nas nossas vidas. No entanto, mesmo com toda essa cobertura e emoção, continua a ser difícil medir o grau de integração robótica em muitos países e indústrias. Esta sessão será, portanto, subdividida em duas sessões, em que a primeira será presidida pelos nossos alunos do curso Engenharia Informática e de Computadores, que irão fazer uma breve apresentação sobre um pequeno robô autômato, baseado em Arduino, que pode movimentar-se livremente e detectar e evitar obstáculos. E a segunda parte da sessão será apresentar os avanços no campo da robótica e, portanto, a nova geração de robôs, pelo professor Bob Barbosa. Portanto, senhoras e senhores, recebam com uma salva de palmas portanto, os alunos do curso Engenharia Informática e de Computadores, nesse caso com a apresentação do Chris.
Obrigado, professor. Antes de mais, bom dia. Como o professor já disse, eu sou aluno do curso de Engenharia Informática e de Computadores aqui na Universidade de Cabo Verde e vou fazer uma breve apresentação daquilo que é o resultado das últimas semanas de trabalho, tanto minha como dos meus colegas, no campo da robótica. Vai ser uma apresentação muito objetiva, muito direta ao ponto. Portanto, passo agora a apresentar quem somos. Aqui é importante dizer que coube a mim estar aqui a falar convosco, mas este não foi um trabalho individual, foi um trabalho desenvolvido em equipa, e mesmo aqui na fotografia não estão presentes todos os alunos que participaram no projeto. Participaram alunos, porque o professor nos convocou há mais ou menos um ano atrás, onde participaram alunos tanto do curso de Engenharia Informática e de Computadores, como alunos de Comunicação e Multimédia e Engenharia Eletrotécnica. Só que ao longo do tempo nós, devido a outros compromissos, nós paramos de trabalhar nisso e nas últimas semanas voltamos a pegar para apresentar aqui na Semana Team o nosso projeto. Como o professor já disse, é um robô autónomo que consegue andar livremente num ambiente e detectar obstáculos. O nosso objetivo é essencialmente ser os pioneiros dessa área aqui em Cabo Verde, porque eu pessoalmente nunca vi nenhum aluno ou nenhuma universidade aqui apresentar algo do tipo em Cabo Verde. Portanto, passo a fazer uma breve descrição do microcontrolador que nós utilizamos. Portanto, nós utilizamos um microcontrolador Arduino. O que vem a ser o Arduino? O Arduino podemos entender de uma forma assim, com poucas palavras técnicas, que é uma ferramenta que nos permite interagir de forma dinâmica com o mundo que nos rodeia. Como é que nós fazemos isso? Nós fazemos isso a partir de uma série de sensores que nós podemos conectar com o Arduino. 10 sensores para detectar, por exemplo, luz, calor. Eu até já cheguei a ver um projeto de uma criança de 12 anos no Chile, que fez um projeto baseado no Arduino e também outra ferramenta muito conhecida, que é o Raspberry Pi, para detectar sismos na sua localidade. Ele até, inclusive, ganhou um prêmio por isso. Portanto, o que é que o Arduino pode fazer? Eu costumo dizer que o céu é o limite. Tudo depende da vossa imaginação e da vossa criatividade. Aqui tenho apenas algumas imagens, como podem ver, um robô e um projeto de uma casa inteligente ou smart house. Aqui, não sei se o professor Claudino está aqui, mas ele tem uma empresa que faz trabalhos do tipo para automação da própria casa, ter uma casa inteligente com sistema de videovigilância e coisas do gênero. Portanto, se ele estiver aqui, vocês podem até falar com ele depois, que com certeza ele pode explicar isso melhor. Portanto, há vários projetos, eu já disse, aquele do rapaz no Chile, há projetos, por exemplo, na medicina, há projetos que eu já vi que eles fizeram com Arduino para pessoas que têm alguma deficiência física, que não conseguem utilizar os braços, com apenas os olhos, a pessoa pode fazer um desenho apenas movimentando, portanto, os olhos. Por isso, podem ver que é algo que traz inclusão social e também permite, assim, nós sairmos dentro da caixa e trazermos para fora as ideias que nós temos. Portanto, o que é que nós fizemos? Basicamente, fizemos um robô autónomo, capaz de andar livremente e detectar obstáculos, e ao detectar obstáculos, mudar de direção, movimentar-se para outra direção. Como é que nós fizemos? Nós basicamente utilizamos a placa Arduino, como eu disse antes. Portanto, nesse caso, utilizamos o Arduino Uno. O Arduino foi inicialmente desenvolvido por um grupo de professores e pesquisadores na Itália, mas rapidamente ganhou muita popularidade, tanto no seio acadêmico como nas pessoas que têm como hobby criar robôs e sistemas inteligentes. Também utilizamos, portanto, o software grátis, que é o Ambiente Interativo de Desenvolvimento, ou IDE, do Arduino, que pode ser baixado no site oficial do Arduino, linguagem de programação C++. Também pode ser programado em outras linguagens de mais alto nível, que facilita para o programador, porque sabemos que uma linguagem de alto nível fica mais fácil para o programador, mas para a máquina lá embaixo as coisas não são bem assim. Em termos de eficiência, é mais eficiente programar na linguagem C++ do que programar, por exemplo, em Python ou Java. Por isso é que nós optamos pela linguagem C++. Bom, aqui vou mostrar o nosso projeto em funcionamento. Como podem ver, aqui nós temos um cabo ligado a uma fonte de energia, que é o nosso computador, porque quando estávamos a realizar os testes, nós chegamos à conclusão de que apenas com as baterias, as pilhas, digamos assim, o tempo de resposta do robô era muito baixo. Portanto, nós decidimos fazer o vídeo aqui com o robô conectado ao nosso computador. Portanto, o vídeo é curto. O que é que vocês puderam ver? Vou aqui apenas colocar algumas partes. Podem ver que o robô detecta um obstáculo. Ao detectar o obstáculo, ele move o pescoço, digamos assim, e procura por exemplo, ele vira para a direita através do sensor ultrassônico, que vocês podem ver, que aparece ali com 2 olhos. Ele vai ver qual é o sentido, a direção que tem, digamos, que não tem obstáculos para ele poder se movimentar. Nós também programamos, se não houver espaço nem para a direita nem para a esquerda, ele vai fazer o backward, ou seja, vai andar para trás ou dar marcha ré. Bom, foi um prazer enorme participar desse projeto. Estou a falar tanto por mim como para os meus colegas que estão ali sentados. Foi um prazer enorme porque nós aprendemos de uma forma lúdica, é algo que nós podemos programar, ao mesmo tempo nós vamos brincar, digamos assim, vamos aprender, porque estamos a programar e a ver aquilo a funcionar na nossa frente. Portanto, é uma espécie de aprendizado diferente e mais interativa. Nós gostaríamos, portanto, de deixar um apelo porque durante esse tempo nós tínhamos apenas um kit disponível para uma equipa enorme de estudantes. Portanto, gostaríamos de deixar um apelo aqui para as pessoas que estão lá em cima na universidade e para quem pode, para investir, talvez numa disciplina de robótica aqui na universidade, com mais kits, com mais equipamentos, com mais ferramentas, porque nós aqui já provamos que nós temos estudantes com capacidade, com vontade, que querem desenvolver projetos dentro da área. Por isso, nós só gostaríamos de ter mais recursos para poder fazer mais e melhor. Basicamente era isso. Obrigado pela vossa atenção.
Ok, agora chamo a presença do professor Ângelo Barbosa, que vai introduzir, falar um pouco sobre a caminhada do Bob Barbosa. Ok, Ângelo. A audiência é yours.
Okay. Bom dia a todos. Vou tomar apenas 2 minutos, agradecer a presença de todos, mas eu queria contar uma história muito curta, que é para dizer o seguinte. Em 2011, recebi uma informação de que havia uma pessoa interessada em Califórnia a falar comigo. Eu estava na universidade naquela altura. E esta pessoa é Bob Barbosa. Ele está aqui hoje para apresentar a experiência dele. Coincidiu que na época eu era professor aqui da UniCV, os meus alunos... Quanto aí? Edson. Oh, vejo mais um, outro, mais 2 ali. E um dia na sala eu fiz uma conexão via Skype com Bob, porque eu achei que os estudantes não acreditavam que podíamos fazer algo. É ou não é? E então tivemos que cultivar isto, que eles podiam fazer. E os alunos do Flávio hoje mostraram realmente que podem fazer. Portanto, ninguém melhor do que realmente o Bob para mostrar que temos um caminho. Podemos fazer coisas incríveis. Portanto, Bob Barbosa, please, your turn. Pedimos a autorização só para tirar o pano daqui, porque a mesa que precisamos aqui tem que estar limpa. Portanto, se alguém nos ajudar.
Yeah, I'm going to get you a VGA cable. Perfect. No, not yet. Not yet. We're going to try to get this computer hooked up. We're going to do this. Get this, Mr. IT. Yeah. Yeah.
Here's a mic. You can use this one.
Okay. Testing 1, 2. Hello, Cape Verde. My name is Bob Barboza. I am from California in the USA. My father was from Fogo. But my robot is from Santa Lucia. So, I am so happy to see the progress that you have made with my robots here in Cape Verde and my partner, Walter Martinez, who is a Mexican-American from the USA. Oh, I'm glad you're talking to me. Do you speak Creole? Good. You may need to speak Creole today. I'm going to need you to stand up. So when you get a chance, here's what I want you to do.
I'd like to go to rest.
Thriller.
No.
No. Very fastant, this robot from Santa Lucia.
I'd like to punch my head.
Thriller.
Thriller. I would have loved to be in the clip.
Can you dance like Michael Jackson for my friends from Cabo Verde?
It's close to midnight. Something evil's lurking in the dark. Another moonlight. It feels like that almost stops your heart. You try to scream, but
In America, I have been working with my robot team, and I told them, I'm coming to Cabo Verde. Can we teach the robot to dance to the funana?
I'd like to start go to rest.
Caravan Palace.
Caravan Palace.
I want you to dance like the Cabo Verde people. You may begin.
What to do without you? What to think of me if I just with you? What to do with you? How to do without you? You're my foster. What to do with you? What to do without you? What to think of me if I just with you? What to do with you? How to do without you? You're my foster. What to do without you? What to think of me if I just with you? What to do with you? How to do without you?
Cabo Verde. Now, I am in America, 12,000 miles away, and you are in Cape Verde. You program on your computer, send the program to me in America. I put the program in my robot's cabasa, and you make the robot dance from 12,000 miles away. You write the program in Cabo Verde, the robot is in America dancing because you wrote the program.
Ele está a dizer que ele está nos Estados Unidos e vocês estão aqui em Cabo Verde. Vocês podem criar programações e enviá-lo para os Estados Unidos e ele vai introduzir aquelas programações no robô.
Now, we did something with people on an island all the way to America. But I have to ask you to do something very special.
Pessoal, se calhar não precisa de tradução, não é? No? Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Everybody's okay?
Everybody's all right, yeah.
Cabo Verde's making a lot of progress. Okay. In America, I tried to get help for you, and they said no. I said, okay, you're making a big mistake because the people in Cabo Verde are very smart. They are working on a special project in Cabo Verde where they write a program in Cabo Verde, but it goes all the way up to the planet Mars. It takes 20 minutes to send your message to Mars. It takes 8 months to travel to Mars. I was at the Pedro Pierce High School and I said to the children, how many people would want to go to Mars? If you go, you cannot ever come back to Cabo Verde. And the students, I took a picture. The students put their hands up and said, I want to go to Mars. So, if we write a program in Cabo Verde and it goes all the way to California, we could write a program that goes all the way to Mars. NASA in America is having a big problem getting their big robot to not fall down. Well, my robot dances like Michael Jackson. Could Cabo Verde write a program so the big robot on the planet Mars will not fall down? If we work together, we could write such a program. Spia.
I'd like to start the thriller dance.
Favorite dance.
Favorite dance.
I want you to show Cabo Verde how you don't fall down. The robot from Santa Lucia. There you go. Now, what would happen if the Cabo Verde people, who are very good at music, could write stories and music for robots, for television? What would it look like if I go back to America and say, you have to see those people in Cabo Verde. They are very smart. Look what they did for Star Wars.
Do you want something?
Star Wars
Star Wars.
for the people of Cabo Verde. You may begin. You write the story and the music.
Time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, the galaxy is living in dark times again. The dark forces are back. But a knight is coming to save the galaxy. Accompanied by his faithful friend, now 32. They fought the enemy with bravery. Finally, the enemy was defeated. And peace settled again.
The robot from Santa Lucia. Okay. Now, if you are in Cabo Verde and you hurt your back, and the back hurts very bad, you must cinta.
Do you want something?
Go to rest.
Go to rest. I'm going to rest. Just pat my head when you want to wake me up.
Okay. Okay. Now, I'm going to put my robot over here to rest, and I'm going to tell you a very, very special story. And my good friend, Angelo Barboza, worked with me for 5 years. I would communicate with him from America to Cabo Verde on Skype. He found Flavio and Paulo. We worked together, and we were able to do amazing things to catch the attention of the widow of Stephen Jobs from Apple Computer. In the beginning, I said, I have my good partners in Cape Verde. They said no. When Angelo tried to put his name in the computer, there was no place to write Cabo Verde. So he wrote my address in America. And I said, no, Cabo Verde. Angelo Barboza, give a big round of applause. We are not giving up. We're going to work with everybody. We're going to talk to everybody to get the help. But I need your help. I want every person in this room to send an email to me in America. Make sure the translator tells them this is important. Everybody knows. Cape Verde has made a lot of progress. Okay. If you all send me a letter, I've met with your president, I've met with your ambassador, I've met with our ambassador from the USA. I'm going to meet with everybody until we can make a connection with California, Rhode Island, Cabo Verde. I have already spoken to the government of California and Rhode Island. This week, I spoke to your government. Everybody wants to do this. We need your help. My presentation will give you an idea of how we could work. But everybody in this room must promise they will send a letter to me so I can take all of your letters and say we are all together on this thinking. Because we have the internet and smart people like this man here in the front row and his partner. Would you stand up, you two? Stand up. I want you to see their faces. Okay. I want you to see their faces. We are going to use this technology to do extraordinary things. We're going to be smart. We're going to be the gateway for all of Africa. We're going to be an example of the technology working at its best because we are smart people. We're going to work together and we're going to do amazing things. Let me begin my presentation. My job is to train the future astronauts, jet pilots, scientists, and engineers to go to Mars. I have to start, thank you. When people think of Cabo Verde, do they think of Mars? They are going to think of Cabo Verde and Mars very soon. You see this boy in the front row? You stand up so the audience can see you. See this boy? He will go to Mars one day. Could you imagine being the first Cape Verdean on Mars? Okay. When we worked with the Stephen Jobs project, we said, we want to help you rethink the American high school. So Mrs. Jobs put up $50 million to do this. $50 million to rethink the American high school. I said, could we use the country of Cabo Verde to be the science laboratory? I keep bringing up Cabo Verde, no matter what they say. So they said, we like this idea, tell us more. So I said, I have good friends in Cabo Verde. This man will help me. So he invited me back to Cabo Verde to speak at his institute on this very important topic of how can America work with you very close. So I am here to do that. And I want to thank former President Peres for having the vision to help with this project. So in America, we have created two institutions. One is called the Super School Design Center, because you can design anything. Other people can build it. They have the resources. You don't have the resources, but you are very smart people. You can use your brain to make the design, and other people will build it that have the resources. That you can do on an island. I created the Barbosa Space Center so we can design prototypes. Prototypes for robots, prototypes for satellites, prototypes for electronics, prototypes for everything. We can design. That we can do. I got the help of NASA and NOAA. They will give me educational materials that I can share with you. You will have the latest information. In America, this is what I'm doing. The good people from the Columbia Memorial Space Center are going to take the Barbosa Space Center and bring me inside the building. From that building, I'm going to broadcast to Cabo Verde. This is what we'll be working on. Design, collaboration with you and the whole world. We'll be talking on the internet because we can do that. Investigations, experiments, manufacturing, but the most important thing is to use the internet to send the message. Do you see what Flavio did? He took my robot and did something special in Cape Verde. He built it, he got it to work, and he did experiments. He took out his camera and he showed it to me. That's what we need to do. You did the right thing. You're going to help all of our countries by doing things in your country and showing the world what you did. We will do more of that. I told America, I am about the Occupy Mars learning adventure. When I went to the island of Fogo, I said, this is Mars. This is Mars. We will train here to get ready for that mission. How many countries have an active volcano? Cabo Verde is special. We need to work with Cabo Verde. They have an active volcano. How many countries have an uninhabited island? Santa Lucia is in Cabo Verde. We need to work with Cabo Verde. They have an active volcano. They have a university. They have lots of things. And the Cabo Verde people are the friendliest people in the world. You're going to like them. But I have a problem. Lots of my friends are Mexican Americans. If Donald Trump gets elected, I'm coming back to Fogo. And I'm bringing lots of Mexicans with me. If I have a problem in Fogo, I'm going to Mars. Just like this. So, the Barbosa Space Center is building satellites, Martian habitats. These are the homes we will live on in Mars. But when I went to Fogo and I saw how you were building the homes right at the base of the volcano, I said, I need to teach you how to make a home so when the volcano erupts, you can get out of Fogo fast. Robot repair is the future. The future is robot repair. I'm telling Cape Verde, this is a hot tip from America. Repair robots, you will have a job for the future. You know why? Your washing machine is a robot. Your remote control for your television set is a robot. This robot dances like Michael Jackson. This is a robot. There are lots of robots. How many people can repair robots? Flavio, you will have a good future. Robot repair. Okay. The Hyperloop. You saw the news in Cape Verde about the Hyperloop. Fast transportation. It was on your CNN television. I watched it in my hotel right here in Cabo Verde. We are working with the Hyperloop team. Imagine going from Fogo to Brava in 1 minute. That's the Hyperloop. Nanocrafts. Nanocrafts are the future. I will show you why. In America, I put the science equipment on the bus and I take the bus to your school. I try to get the best science equipment that's available and I take it to your school. My dream is to put a bus like this on every one of your islands. In America, we have changed the way that we are studying science. I brought what we're doing in America to your country so you can study what we're doing. It does not mean that we have all the right answers, but we put a lot of research into this and it's worth your study. This is the master plan for how you would study science in America. This is brand new. President Obama and his team have initiated this plan called the Next Generation Science Standards. Every student in Cabo Verde, when they work in science, should be able to do what we have on that paper. Every student. If we can be very powerful in science, engineering, mathematics, and technology. Everyone in Cape Verde is learning English at this point. Is that true? Okay. These are the Common Core state standards. When I was in Rhode Island, I met 5 children from Cabo Verde. If those 5 children move to California, we want to have the same standard so the students would not fall behind just because they moved from Rhode Island to California. That's why we have those standards. Do you have the same standards if I go from Seoul to Brava? Is that true, or are the standards different from island to island to island? Raise your hand if the standards are different. Okay? Okay. This is the program that I am running in California. You saw when the robot had music. You saw when the robot danced. You see the design of the robot. That's why the visual and performing arts is very important that it stays in all the programs. When Apple Computer made all those beautiful looking products, it was because of the visual arts. You see? Now, astronaut training. The new astronauts that are going to the planet Mars must be jet pilots, engineers, and scientists, all in one person, because if something goes wrong, who's going to fix it so you can come back? That's why it's so important. Kids Talk Radio. We created Kids Talk Radio so we could talk with you, so the children in America could talk to the children in Cabo Verde. That's why it's so important that we make this kind of connection. Communication is the key to our success. We created junior medical school to teach our young kids in America how to be in work in space medicine. What happens if you're in space and you get sick? We put together a new television station, so when you send me stories, we have a place for your stories to go. This is our logo. This is us practicing on Mars. When I went to Fogo, I saw Mars. Your Mars was better than my Mars. So, who knows these people? Do you know any of these people? These people are from the school in Fogo. You know somebody. Good, good. I met with these teachers. Dr. Barboza and I met with the school administration and all these teachers, and we asked all these teachers to join our team. We want to bring teachers from America here to work with these teachers together. When I saw this picture, I said, this is the picture I need to bring back to America. I want to study Mars on the island of Fogo. So, on the planet Mars, the largest volcano in the entire solar system is Olympus Mons, and it is on the planet Mars. Where are there other volcanoes? You have a volcano. You also have something very valuable in your volcano. I found sulfur in your volcano. This element is worth something. You just have to figure out how you're going to get under that lava and get it. But it's there. I found one piece. There was a person holding this rock in his hand, and I said, I want to buy that rock. I want to take that rock back to America to show my scientists what I found in your volcano. You have something very precious, and there might be more than this. You just have to figure out a scientific way to figure out what is in your volcano. Okay. So, people live right next to the volcano. This is what I found in Cabo Verde. This will be the most famous picture in America, right here. People will say, I don't want to go to Cabo Verde. Is this what happens in Cabo Verde? Here are my friends in Cabo Verde. What happens if we can use the small computer, the Arduino computer, and all of a sudden we're using the same computer, but we're not making robots, we're making scientific equipment to study your volcano. If you do that, you will be the first to ever do that. Because you have a volcano. So, we in America are working on special things that we want to share with you. This could be the secret to our success. This is the Raspberry Pi computer. It's just like the Arduino, but it's a little small computer that is very cheap. If you work with the Raspberry Pi computer and the Arduino right here in Cape Verde, you will be able to do amazing things that you can share with the world. This is what Flavio showed you. We are working with these two devices so we can make machines work. Sometimes we make robots, and then sometimes we make machines that can do science experiments. So do you see your robots working with our machines? We are working with mathematics to make the buildings that we will one day use on the planet Mars. Our children in America are making these buildings on the table. We have made all of these kits. Our goal is to share these in Cabo Verde. So I'm in America, you're in Cabo Verde, we have these kits, we can now work together. You teach me Creole, I teach you English. We made a request to get the finest books in the world in all of the scientific, mathematics, and engineering subjects. We would like to have a copy in America, in California, Rhode Island, and we would like to have copies of these books in Cabo Verde. So we all have the most powerful books. Because we're going to take the information and we're going to show NASA and NOAA that we have ideas to build habitats on Mars. Could we build something like this on Fogo? If you build one of these and I can see the ocean, I will come to Cabo Verde. I want to live in this and see the ocean, and when I turn around, I want to see the volcano. So, we are teaching our children to build these on the table, like this. We put them in little boxes like this and send them here. And this is how I will be training children this summer, just like this. There is no end to what we can build with this technology. Ah, they're already building this in Fogo. You see how fast the technology works. I was just in Fogo 2 days ago. The buildings are already done. So, this is a wonderful way to study advanced mathematics because it's all math. You learn math like this, you'll never forget it. I want to see if we can build these kits in Cabo Verde. I do not want to build these kits in China. And every time someone in America says to me, where can I buy this kit? I'd like to say, you can only buy it in Cape Verde. They are very smart people. And that's where you get these kits. You see? When I was at Apple Computer, they said, Bob Barboza, you must think different. That's what I'm doing here today. I'm trying to get you to think different. Hyperloop transportation prototyping. This is one of the biggest projects in America, right here. There's the team. Some are from Canada and some are from the USA. This is the team. This is what they're building. Does Cape Verde have some ideas about how this could be better? Could you imagine going from one island to the other under the ocean? Okay. Is this what it would look like? I got on the airplane in Fogo and I flew to Praia on the airplane. One day in the future, we will travel between the islands like this. Where does it start? It starts here. Maybe when NASA and NOAA want to experiment on how to do this, maybe they'll experiment here. This is a wonderful place. How many countries have islands like this where you could test going under the water? These are big ideas, but we're Cabo Verde people, we have big ideas. This is the way it will work I will go from Los Angeles to San Francisco, California in 1 hour. When I try to do that now, it takes me 8 hours in the car. With this new technology that is here now, I will go in 1 hour. This is how you build it. You can never be in an accident with this. You have nothing to crash into. The future, the most advanced thing happening in the world, I'm going to tell you and you're going to know. Here is the most advanced technological idea in the world. Where do you find out about this? Oh, you got to go to Cabo Verde to learn these things. This is the smartest man in the world. No one knows mathematics better than this man. He is working with a Russian billionaire to search to see if there is life in outer space. Here's what they're doing. The Russian billionaire has given him all of the money he needs. And this is what he's doing. Something small, just like this, 500 of them go into space all at the same time to go beyond our galaxies. You see how big? Flavio, this is what we're working on. This is what we're working on in California, to make the big things small. The future is small, not big, expensive rockets going into outer space. I'm here at the University of Cabo Verde, where this kind of thinking is going on. You need to talk to these people in Cabo Verde. They are doing advanced thinking. In California, it's this big. I am not the smartest man in the world. I'm having difficulty making it this small. I need your help. We need to make better circuits smaller. So this is as small as I can do it. But this is where we're going. Do you see the sun? America has sent a spacecraft to Pluto. We've seen Pluto for the first time. We have good pictures of Pluto for the very first time. But this smart man is going way beyond Pluto. He thinks that he can find more Cabo Verde people way deep in space. Now, what can you do on an island? You are an island nation with very limited resources. What can you do? You can do this. Arduino Nano computer. I don't want to buy this in China. I want to buy this in Cabo Verde. Can the Cabo Verde people solder the soda? Soda. Oh, you want to drink a little soda? Well, I get it. Okay. You help explain. The soldering could be done in this country, and it would bring the price of this computer way down. Right now, everybody goes to China. I don't want to go to China. I want to go to Cabo Verde to get these things. How many people have this machine? Have you seen this machine in Cabo Verde? Raise your hand so I can see. Okay, the oscilloscope is in Cabo Verde. This is the key to the future of our success. This machine. If all of your children learned how to operate this machine, oh boy, you are in robot repair. You are in building the new machines for the future. We need to teach people in our country how to do this. How many people could do this kind of work right now? Okay. How many people are on all of your islands? Give me a number. That's how many people need to learn how to do this job. Okay. This is a job that we have to go somewhere in the world to find out who can help us. Now, the programming of robots. I can get 3 robots to dance like Michael Jackson all at the same time. It's just a matter of writing the program. Programming skills in Cabo Verde is something you can do. It's something very important. It will secure your future. Our ability to talk to machines. Cabo Verde people like to talk. We just need to get them to talk to machines. So, this is the robot that is going to Mars. I am training people how to work on the big robot with the little robots. But that robot, we will send robots to Mars first, and if that works out okay, then we'd like to send you to Mars. 8 months, straight up. This is what these robots look like up close. This is when the robots are reading your book. We are teaching President Pedro Perez gave me 2 of his books. I don't speak Creole. I don't speak Portuguese. I'm asking my robot to read the book and then tell me. So I have the robot at my hotel working very hard to help me. My robot will teach me to speak Creole, so when I come here the next time, I'll speak 2 languages. In America, I am going around talking to lots of people. I need to talk to people about what you're doing. I am your ambassador in America. If we go to the volcano on Fogo, we need to make a very special robot that can walk on the volcano. I want Cabo Verde to develop this robot. I want the robot to walk on the volcano. I want to go to America and show everybody your robot walking on your volcano. Only in Cape Verde could you do this. This is something we can do in Cape Verde. How many people have heard of the 3D printer? Okay, so the news of the 3D printer has come to Cape Verde. Very good. The 3D printer allows Cape Verde to become a manufacturer. We make our own robots. Flavio, you have a lot of work to do. Now the robots are getting bigger. This is how big the robots are. Where do you get these robots? Oh, you have to go to Cape Verde to get these robots. Because they make these robots with the 3D printer. Just like this. In America, this is what we're doing. We are doing this right now, and I will take pictures. I will put it on kidstalkradioscience.com. So kidstalkradioscience.com, you will see the work that we're doing on the first robot that we will make, and we will share our research with you. We will share our files with you. We will teach you how to do this. Then you could have your own robots that dance like Michael Jackson. This is the work. You could do this work. You can do this. When the first 3D printer was invented, the manufacturer in America came to me and he said, "What do you want me to print?" And I said to the manufacturer of the first 3D printer, "I want you to print the 9 or 10 Cabo Verde Islands." That's what we did. That was the first print. I put all of these islands in a nice box, and I put the box away so I would never lose it. Then I said to my wife, "Where's my box with the Cabo Verde Islands?" She says, "Oh, that box? I threw it away." So now I got to come all the way back to Cabo Verde so you can make me a print of the 10 Cabo Verde Islands. When you buy the 3D printer, it's the most important decision you can make because many people are making a mistake. They buy the wrong printer. If the 3D printer breaks, that means if it gets jammed up, clogged up, damaged in any way, you got to send it all the way back to America to get it fixed. You have to be careful when you buy the 3D printer. We do not have 1, we have 6. Because our printers have to run all day and all night. Here's what they look like. If you want to make something big like my arm right here, you need this one so it can make something big. If you want to make something small, you use this 3D printer. If you want to do a lot of work manufacturing in Cape Verde using the 3D printer, you want to do this. The future is robot repair, 3D printer repair. Ah, the 3D printer. You see what we can do if we use our heads. Very powerful. But this is what I'm doing with the 3D printer. This is how you can tell if you did good work. If your work cannot hold a baby, you have a problem with your robot. Designing jobs. You're on an island. The whole world is having trouble with people finding jobs. What can we do? Design. If you have people that can design like this, I am going to give you a job myself. You have a job. I need your help. I need designing of 10 robots, 10 satellites, different kinds of buildings that we could live in Mars. If you can do that, you have a job. We are working on small robots because we think this is the future. How can we build small robots here? You have to get all those wires into a little small thing that fits in my hand like this. How do we think different about what we're doing with technology? This is the work that you're doing. The Cabo Verde people are very good in music and they're very good in storytelling. We are interested in the storytelling part for Kids Talk Radio. We are telling stories about the future of space. We are looking for people that can do the artwork and do the storytelling and play the music and sound effects for stories about science. This is how we do it in America. The Occupy Mars Band. This is what they look like when we go and visit all the schools. These are special musical instruments that were given to us so we can play all kinds of sounds. I wish I could bring this special band to Cabo Verde to play for you right now. Amazing. Because they play the music for movies. This is something you could do in Cabo Verde. You make things like this and you put the motors in their face so the motors move and make them come alive. I have videos of this so you can see this come alive. My presentation has two parts. There's this part. We could take a little break. Then there's the other part. You'll have to tell me. I'm almost done here. So, this is what we're doing so we can get young children to be a part of the stories. So we start when the children are very, very young. This is my team in America. We have an opportunity to be on television in America. They are looking for children that are very, very young that can talk about science, talk about the future. If you have these children, you need to let me know. This is a little boy who is in the 5th grade, 10 years old. He can tell you the story of everything that I do at the Barbosa Space Center. He's very, very smart. He could be one of the smartest kids in our whole state of California. So he's going on that show. We have invented a few new things. If you take a picture of that robot and then you put the picture on a cardboard or a piece of wood or some material, you can touch a sensor and the television will turn on and tell you any part of the robot and what it is, or any other object that is three-dimensional. We have just perfected this technology in America 2 or 3 months ago. How many people have heard of battle bots? They are having competitions on television in America with robots fighting robots. How many people know this big, tall man? You know him. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. This man is very, very interested in science, and I am going to tell him about you and your country to see if he can help me, because he does a lot of work with helping people in science. And this is a good example if you need to teach small, medium, and large. Because my whole life I wanted to meet this man. When he walked through the door, his head almost goes to the top over there. Now, here's something I need. Satellite designs. We need your ideas for building satellites. This is an example of the children in America working on these projects. You see the different ideas? It's about design. You can do this. You're on an island. You don't need special resources. You just need to think different. If you come up with a science experiment that is really good, we could send your science experiment 260 miles straight up to the International Space Station. They are going to allow the Barbosa Space Center to do such a project. You have an opportunity to participate in that. This is a university of higher learning. Do what you can. Think different. This is how we teach the young kids satellite building. You put one satellite over here, you put one satellite way up in the back over there, the two satellites talk to each other. The Arduino is making this possible. Same thing you were talking about, only we think different with it. These are some of the satellites I'm working on in my laboratory. We told NASA that there is a special flatworm in Rhode Island. If I cut its head, it will grow 2 worms from the same body. If I cut it this way, its brain on the top and the brain on the bottom part will have 2 brains from the same flatworm. So I said to NASA, I have a student experiment with flatworms that I want to send to outer space as a part of a joint project with Cabo Verde, Rhode Island, California, on the International Space Station. This is what we'll design. Now you see this? We made the body with a 3D printer. An Arduino is on the inside. The sensors that Flavio showed you, the sonar sensors and all these sensors are all in there, 9 sensors. That's a satellite. That's a satellite you could make here. These are the experiments. This is the special box we put it all in. This is how we do it. Your oceans. To make a special robot to go in your oceans so you can see what's out there. This is the University of Southern California, and this is the work we do. There are no Cabo Verde people in this picture. We need to put some in the picture. This is what we do in our museums. This is where the space shuttle is in California. Looks just like that. If you came to visit me, you could go inside and see what this is like. They have a special museum just for this. We made special software. I need your help to translate this software into Creole and Portuguese. This is something you can do. Special software so you can participate in this project. Easy to operate because you just see the name and touch the button. So, islands are very important to the space program. You have 10 of them. So, this is my favorite island, Santa Lucia. I had a chance to go. I saw this island that I was always talking about. I want as much information as possible about Santa Lucia. I want as much information possible about your volcanoes. I will go to the Institute and I will talk to people at the Institute. What do you want me to tell them? Is there a message you have for me that I can tell these people that are coming from all over the world? Can you help me, Flavio, in see if someone has a message for me? If you think of something later, you can send me email. I was on your television 2 times. This is the first time, and the second time was this week. I had a chance to work with different ambassadors to let people know what we're thinking, what we're trying to do. I had a chance to talk to your president. These people know what is going on. I had a chance to bring other people from America to come and see your work. I want to take these people to America. This is a good-looking group here. Then I went to America to tell the story there. This robot helps me go places to tell my story. You have to give me a story to tell. I'm your ambassador. So I came to Cabo Verde to see what you're working on. And these 2 gentlemen, stand up again, you 2. These 2 gentlemen are working on very, very creative things right here in Cape Verde, and this is their facility. I want to work with these 2 gentlemen. Thank you. So this is what's going on in Cape Verde. Innovation right here. This is what's going on in Rhode Island. The people in Rhode Island are doing a very good job taking care of the young Cape Verdean students that come to America. I saw it with my own eyes. Your students are doing well in America at the Central Falls School District in Providence, Rhode Island. These are the Cape Verdean students from Rhode Island. They are from Cape Verde recently. They are now working there. I put them on my team. These students want to talk to you. You need to talk to them. We need to make the connection between Cape Verde and America. Because of the internet, we can do this. These are the teachers that are taking care of these students. These teachers are doing a very good job taking care of your students. On my trip to California and to Cabo Verde, I brought my daughter, Cynthia Barboza. So Cynthia Barboza wanted to help your volleyball team here to see if she could help them to qualify for the Olympics. So she came here and they had good talks and they practiced and did some things. But her new boyfriend is the manager of the basketball player Stephen Curry from the United States. We have got to get Stephen Curry to help us here in Cape Verde. So, but the first thing he must do is beat LeBron James. Okay. Captain America wants to help us in Cape Verde. There he is. He wants to help us. Photography in Cape Verde. You have opportunities for photography. People in America are very interested in what things look like here. It's a simple thing, photography, but it is of value. Just an idea to think different. This is a close-up of the uniform that was worn on the first man on the moon. Do you know that in your presidential palace, you have 3 small rocks from the moon? Because America gave you those 3 rocks, and they're right here in Praia. I saw them. Pedro Pierce showed me those rocks. Yeah. I love Fogo. Thank you very much, everybody. Go.
Well done, Bob.
Okay.
So, I think we should just leave it like here because they have something else and the students. Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob.
Now you have the word from America. Okay. I'll give you this.
Okay, thank you, Bob, for this great and exciting presentation. If anybody has some questions, feel free to do it. Yeah, some questions. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, some students want to ask something.
Okay, sure. Okay. Okay, any questions? Here's a question over here. Please tell us your name.
My name is Kevin. It's not a question. It's just Mr. Barboza asked us to send a letter, and yeah, I want to do it. So, where is the email? I want to know
Okay.
your address.
Here is the email. It is Bob, B-O-B. Oh, no, there's more. There's more. It's Bob, B-O-B dot Barboza. But there's a difference. I'm the Barbosa with a Z. Angelo is a Barbosa with an S. I came to Cape Verde to get all of the Barbosas to change their name to a Z. Okay, so it's Bob, B-O-B dot Barboza, BARBOZA.com. Oh, no, at gmail.com. So bob.barboza@gmail.com. You can always go to Google. If you go to Google and put my name, you will always find me. We put together a special website, Kids Talk Radio Cabo Verde, Kids Talk Radio Russia, Kids Talk Radio USA. We just about have one for each country. So it will be easy for you to find us. Of course, Flavio will always have my information. So.
Yeah, thank you. I have a great
very good. That's a very good question. Any other questions? Way in the back up there. Because the project has to do with designing, we wanted to leave it open for children with not lots of requirements, because we don't want to find ways for children not to participate. The most important thing is we get participation. Children could write us a story right now. They could design a satellite or a robot or any idea that helps with space exploration or with anything that has to do with science. If we get that information, we will correspond with you and those children so they can take action immediately. So in phase 1, communication. Kids Talk Radio is the key. Any other questions?
Over here.
Oh, over here. Oh, okay.
First of all, good morning. My name is Christopher. Thank you for coming all the way from California to be with us today. And thank you for sharing all of this knowledge. My question is actually very simple. What is the best piece of advice that you have for those of us who are only starting now to give our first steps in this field of robotics? Thank you.
Okay. What is the best advice? The Arduino computer and the Raspberry Pi computer are very inexpensive. Learn how to make things work with those two devices. If you start there, you are on the path to robots like this and beyond. This was your work. I saw your work. You are headed in the right direction. We will do all that we can to keep you moving.
Thank you.
Now, there was a question way up here in the back. Okay. I use the language Python to talk to my robot. I also use C++ and I use C#. Those are the 3 languages I speak. I don't speak Creole. I just talk to robots. So with those languages, you could work on any project anywhere in the world. But what's important is, when I program this robot and I ask the robot to raise his arm and do this, I type on my machine and I can see right away that I've done the right thing. So if you take the little Arduino and you do your programming, you will always get to see right away that you were doing the right thing. So it's important to connect your robot or connect your programming to a project you can see. That would be very important. And then you'll build your skills from there. Okay? Very good questions. Any more questions? Yes. Got a microphone up there?
My name is Ricardino. I'm glad for your presentations. It is interesting. I'm gonna make a very simple question. What is the programming robot to you? And what do you feel when you see someone programming it?
Oh, I need to hear the first part of the question one more time.
What programming robot? What is robot to you?
Oh, what is the robot to me?
Yeah.
What does it mean to me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. One day I was playing basketball. And I was in America, I was playing basketball, and something went wrong with my heart. My heart started beating very, very fast. And I said, okay, I'm just going to take it easy for a few minutes and my heart will slow down. Well, my heart didn't slow down. I had to go to the hospital, and a robot operated on me and slowed my heart down. If I wear the Apple Watch on my arm and I take my iPhone like this, and I put it down like this, and I leave my robot on, my robot is now connected to my watch, to my phone. If I have a problem with my heart, my robot will call my doctor and give him all of the information. Yeah. So do you see? If I go to Mars and I'm in the spaceship and I'm asleep, the robot will run the spaceship. If I forget the secret formula for cooking jugaceta, my robot will cook jugaceta. That's why this robot is so important to me. Okay. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay.
Esta será, portanto, a última pergunta, porque temos um compromisso a seguir.
First of all, thank you, sir. My name is Yannick. I have a fascination. I just like electronics, but I'm not yet started yet. So my question is, if the next year I will be in this university to study, and the real question is, if this program continue, can we count on you or on the program to keep it up and reach the next level?
Yes, my goal is to continue my work with Flavio and with Paulo and with Angelo Barbosa. They are the representatives. There are other associates right here. We are going to do everything in our power to have close communication. The university is getting ready to bring 10 new robots here soon.
Yes.
There will be other technology that will come. So by the time you're here, it should be just right.
Yes, because I think that we, Cape Verdean, and on this university, we got everything to reach the highest top, okay? So
Yes.
we really appreciate it, and we hope that you will come more and more so we can just keep this collaboration going on. Thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Ok, muito obrigado. Só um aviso, às 12h30 teremos, portanto, o encerramento da sessão da semana de tecnologias e multimédia, informática e multimédia, portanto, contamos com a presença de todos para o encerramento da sessão, portanto, da semana. Mais uma vez, agradecemos o professor Bob Barbosa, também, portanto, os alunos do curso de Engenharia Informática e de Computadores, pelos trabalhos que fizeram. Uma salva de palmas.